The Broncos, pretty good team. Before that, it is before that, right? You got the Jets and the Dolphins. I don't know what the NFL thought they were cooking up here with this Monday night doubleheader. I guess Broncos Bengals should have been a good game if Burrow was healthy, but Jets Dolphins, Duke. This could have been a Sunday 11 a.m. game and nobody would have complained about it.
This could have been a game in England and nobody would have complained about it, which we'll get more of throughout the season. More European games obviously kicked off this slate with Vikings and Steelers in Ireland yesterday morning, which was a pretty good game, actually. It was entertaining to kick things off, but a wild slate. There were some surprises. The Saints actually gave the Bills a pretty decent scare for a good stretch of that game before it got not close at the end. Wildly entertaining. You said it, and top of the baseball, the MLB playoff race, the Ryder Cup action, which got exciting on Sunday because the Americans finally decided to start making some shots. Can't ask for much of a better weekend in sports. Big college games on Saturday. Oregon upsetting Penn State in Happy Valley. Awesome.
Did you watch?
Bama gets past Georgia, just like old times.
Did you get a chance to watch the Penn State Oregon overtime?
Yeah.
What did you think of that non-targeting call? That's becoming like goaltender interference where I just don't know. I won't even tweet anything. I'll just sit there and be like, I'm going to wait for them to tell me what it is so I don't look like an idiot.
Yeah, that's perfectly put. That it's just the new thing in football that is ambiguous it gets, and in college football particularly because targeting penalties gets you ejected from a game, right? So it's more than just even a flag and yardage on the field if it's a big player for you. So I don't know. I didn't take much like you. I was just kind of like, well, I don't know if it is or it isn't because I've seen it go both ways so often that I can't really render a firm opinion. But I don't know. If they had called it, it wouldn't have shocked me. But maybe it's just like the scenario playing into my opinion too much that I'm kind of glad they didn't. If that makes any sense, just based on circumstance and context.
Now, there was something I want to bring up. Fantasy Football League, where we're in a pretty good position. I will say we had a pretty good run last night from that Sunday night game as we had both running backs. Jacobs went for just under 30 points. Javonte Williams, 17 points. We are playing Triple C in a truck. He's got Cortland Sutton, and we're up by 18. So we're in an okay spot. It's not comfortable yet. We have to see exactly how this one plays out. Hey, Cam. It's Cam Tate. Just came by here, getting pushed by Stella. 18 points. Only 5 receivers had over 18 points this week. Pickens, Dobbs, Nacua, Amon-Ra, and DK. So we'll see what happens tonight with Cortland Sutton. But I want to turn our attention to the baseball league. The baseball league is now final. And Playbook Vic had texted in. He said, hey, congrats to Average Joe's on a championship win. But when I look at the playoffs, that's a 5-5 final.
Mm-hmm.
Average Joe's wins based on regular season?
Interesting.
Hey, if Playbook Vic is taking the high road on here and congratulating him, I get that. Like, all respect to you, Playbook Vic. But what I'm seeing here is a 5-5 tie. So I was preparing for there to be a little bit of a, hey, what the hell? Like, we tied. What's the tiebreaker? I guess they decided it. And I thought maybe we'd have like Playbook Vic complaining. Looks like he's taking this in stride, though.
Yeah, credit to Playbook Vic. And this is maybe something that we can look at for next year because I didn't know that was the setting because most of the settings we just left on kind of default. It's right here. Playoff tiebreaker. Higher seed wins. That's tough.
I mean, I guess that is.
I would almost want it to see it be like home runs.
That's what I thought, and then
which I think
Average Joe's crushed him.
Still would have won
20-2.
Vic, not a power team, I guess.
Vic won 4 of the 6 pitching categories.
That's how Vic got us in the semifinal as well. 3 pitching categories.
Build up a good team.
Our guys were not strong enough there. So a great season, fun. I mean, we had 20 teams. Pretty wild, deep in the bag for some of these players. But congrats to Average Joe's. Logan
O?
I don't
know who it was.
I hope not. Is he in?
I don't know. That's one of the Logans. I think that's your buddy, right?
Yeah,
He
it's the
participates a lot.
deputy commissioner of our dynasty league back home. I know he's in our football league, but if he's in the baseball league too, I will be shocked and also upset that he won. I'm gonna have to text him.
Well, if that is him, check your email. I'll be sending you $500. That's a nice little payday, hey?
I'll say.
Nice little winning. I'd love to keep it myself, but no, can't be doing that. So congratulations. Also, we are doing our Fantasy Frenzy box pool for hockey.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you pick one player from each box. To get in on that, it's a $20 e-transfer to Connor at sports1440.ca. Include your email, and then I will send you the link. Max 50 teams. I don't know if we ever had that many, but max 50.
We've had to be close the past couple of years.
If it goes higher, maybe we can
35 plus.
We could bump it maybe. But Darren, Kevin, Eric, and Stu, you guys are already in. I've sent you all the emails and the invites. Connor, $20 at Connor at sports1440.ca, and include your email. We did get a text coming in here from Jesse. Can I trust Chuba Hubbard going forward? I have Quinchon Judkins on my bench. Is it time to swap them out? Chuba, I mean, yeah, I only got 10 carries this last game. Average just under 5 yards per carry, which isn't terrible. Hasn't found the end zone since week 2. Even when they beat up on the Atlanta Falcons 30-0, he still only had 80 yards combined, 17 carries. So Judkins, I mean, I
found Pater yesterday.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
It's kind of a unique situation for both guys because I thought the Panthers would be more competitive here. And yeah, they did trounce a division opponent last week, but then you come out and lay an egg in New England. I just had the stat for Kevin at the end of the morning show. Bryce Young, lowest winning percentage on the road among qualified quarterbacks in NFL history.
Oh, dear.
1 in 15.
That could change.
It could. It could. But my point here being Judkins on the Browns, Hubbard on the Panthers, both really talented guys, a lot of upside, but their teams are probably going to trail a lot.
Yeah.
The difference, I suppose, Cleveland's defense is so much better that, as we've said about a couple other teams, it will keep them in games very often, meaning they don't have to completely abandon the run. And Judkins, good pass catcher. We've seen that a little bit more in his couple games. If it were me, I'd be Judkins as my starter. Hubbard as a pretty good bench option moving forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I would go with that. I don't think that's necessarily a bad way to do it. And for running backs, nice to see both Ashton Genty and Omarion Hampton kind of have their breakout games.
Yeah.
Genty, 3 touchdowns, led the way for running backs this week. So the owners there, we were kind of getting a little nervous. Obviously showing what he can do. And I think Raiders fans would probably say, yeah, finally, like, commit to the run game. And then Omarion Hampton, oh my gosh, down 3 of their best offensive linemen, was able to break a few tackles, make some plays, and he had a good game. So yeah, rookie running backs all of a sudden starting to kind of find their groove, which is great for those of you who invested, especially if you got them in their dynasty leagues or keeper leagues. Go crazy. Josh Fenwick just coming by, grabbing the Boston cream.
Yeah, donut. Josh brought in some donuts this morning, and then you showed up with a box of goodies as well. So it's just been treat central here inside the ice box.
Yeah, well, I like to do my too good to go $5 thing.
It's too good to go.
Yeah, I saw that in there. What did you have? What kind did you go for today?
I went with the maple dip out of Josh's box.
Oh, maple dip is the best. So, grow up. Mitch says, please send the link. I'd be down to join. E-transfer 20 to Connor at sports1440.com. Wait, no, .ca.
And then you get the link.
And then you get the link. Playbook Vic sent $20 as well. So yeah, we'll fire that up. It should be fun. We'll keep track of that. And hey, we've done this in the past. If anybody wants to be the title sponsor for the league, let me know. 1-833-401-1440. Also should say a quick shout out to everyone watching on YouTube as well. We do appreciate it. Dean Abuski says, Omarion Hampton. Thank you, Connor. Well, I don't even know if I said anything about him. Probably said keep him. Obviously,
don't give up
with Najee Harris going down. Another one was about Jordan Addison, and would you put him in the lineup instead of Olave and Ricky Pearsall? Addison didn't do a whole lot until he had that huge play, which hit the over for the bettors out there. For you and I was like, keep going because we put him in the lineup.
Yeah.
I
played him as well.
A little bit of rust there. Couldn't quite beat it out for a touchdown. But I think you go with Addison. I mean, that guy's a certified playmaker.
Yeah. He's a WR1 on a lot of teams across the NFL. And when you think about pairing alongside a guy like Jefferson, who is arguably the best receiver, like it actually makes life better for both Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison owners in fantasy football, because it doesn't make it so easy for defenders to focus in and
yeah.
If you're trying to double team Jefferson, Addison should be wide open. They say, all right, well, we can't double team Jefferson anymore in one-on-one and stuff. Jefferson's going to eat all day. So it works out great for the Vikings. And hopefully JJ McCarthy can get back healthy and looking like he did in the fourth quarter of week 1. Because
you almost said second half.
Well, yeah. And I was like, it wasn't really the full second half, was it? Because Carson Wentz looked a little more like the Carson Wentz we've come to know in more recent years than Eagles Carson Wentz. MVP Carson Wentz, yeah. Not a great day for him.
Well,
the numbers are okay.
He did 6th best fantasy quarterback this week.
Did he give his team a chance to win?
Man,
did not throw 3 picks in the game.
You know, they were lingering at the end. Did you watch it?
Oh yeah,
nice and early. Well, did you brew your pot of coffee?
No, that was pre-coffee. So I watched that game from bed.
Oh, good for you.
Just prop the pillow up on the back of the headrest or headboard, excuse me, and then watch it once it was over. It was like that was pretty much as it rolled right into the 11 o'clock slate. So it was like
perfect.
Get the coffee pot brewing, quick shower, and then onto the couch for the rest of the day.
I thought for sure just Carson Wentz kind of looks like a leprechaun.
You would think he'd be at home in Ireland as a redhead.
But the Steelers ownership group, the Rooneys, proud Irish, right?
So, yes, the family immigrating, and not the current owner, but maybe their dad, maybe grandpa, was the United States ambassador to Ireland.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty cool.
You know what's sick when you pick up Kenneth Gainwell, because you're like, I need a running back. I'm going to take him. But then you don't wake up early enough to see
get him
that
in the lineup.
He should be in the lineup. Had him on my bench, nice 25 points.
It would have been a smart play because Jaylen Warren kind of a late scratch. And so far in this year, you had to know that they were not going to be like, yeah, Caleb Johnson, you're our guy now.
Yeah.
He needs to re-earn the trust of the coaching staff with some smarter football. And it did seem like a perfect opportunity for Gainwell, who's been a very good backup in Philadelphia in years previous. So he had himself a great day. DK Metcalf had a really good first half. Big win for the Steelers. I had the Vikings in this game, and they did not look as good.
Yeah,
I mean some injuries on the O-line and stuff I think were pretty evident. TJ Watt had a good day.
It's hard to really base off they had a great game against the Bengals, but it was the Bengals. The Bengals are turning into the Bungles. And then, Tomlin's going to have his guys ready to go. So hard to say for sure. I think of all the countries to go watch a game, that'd be pretty high.
For sure. I just got a text. It is Logan O, champion. He said, yeah, that is me. I just replied, damn, I hate that.
Maybe he'll buy you a beer.
At least he didn't beat our team. We lost to Playbook Vic. Playbook Vic lost to Logan.
Barely, though.
Barely.
Kind of just tied him, really.
But once again, think about it. If you had just asked me, totally cold, no knowledge, what's the tiebreaker? I would have said it's got to be home runs.
Yeah.
Which he would have won as well.
So, yeah, and that's where I went too. Home runs make sense. We love the long ball. Mitch, money's been sent. Deonocracy, Zan. Playbook Vic, Zan. T.O. says, I just tuned in. What's the mention of the hockey pool? Yeah, well, you know what we do every year here for Fantasy Frenzy? Rather than just limited at a 10, 12 team league, we just do one of those, I think they call it a box pool.
Yeah.
Where you go, you sign up, and then you pick one player per box, and that's your roster for the entire year. Hopefully you don't get injured because, you can't make any changes. But if you want to get in on that, you send the money to Connor at sports1440.ca. In the memo, include your email, and after the show, I'll send you guys the link, and you can join up. But we don't have a charity yet. I have an idea.
Okay.
But it's kind of self-serving.
Is it the Human Fund?
No. So I'm doing the run for the cure this weekend.
You're running?
Well, I think it's a walk. We got our son.
How far is it?
5K.
I could not run 5K.
Could you walk? You could walk 5K.
Slowly.
I think that's what we're doing.
Very slowly.
Ashley's family keeps referring it to as a race, and I'm like, we're walking. We're not actually running, are we? We're doing the walk.
As soon as you call it a race, that means that there will be winners and losers. And as people, you're taking Benny, like pushing him in the stroller.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a walk.
You will lose.
It's a fun walk.
You're going to be in last.
Yeah, 100%.
Or close to it. So don't call it a race, because a race to me implies winners and losers.
Yeah.
If it's just a charitable walk, then it's just for good time and good cause.
So it's a walk
and some exercise,
essentially. But here's the thing. So I was going to say,
have you been training for this?
I can walk 5K easy.
Okay. I don't think my knees could take it.
But you don't have ACLs.
Then I have one.
Relatively, I've never had any major injuries, so walking a 5K is quite easy.
Okay.
I think you could do it too. You're an athlete. We
true.
could hypothetically make that money donated to my fundraising.
Okay.
To raise money for the cure. Obviously, it's for breast cancer.
The money all goes to the same place anyway.
Yeah.
This is just helps you a little bit for your fundraising efforts.
It gets me to my goals. Maybe someone's like, you know what, Connor? For my $20 entry fee, only $10 goes to that. I want to donate more, which you could just send me. You could tell me that you want to do that. I'll send you a link. But I will say, like, I think there's some perks that come with it. Like, I've already raised enough to get my free shirt. But I think, if you raise a certain amount, it goes into even more things. I don't want that. But I thought that might be a good change of pace. So if people are okay with that, we can make that the donation where the money will go. And if they're not okay, we'll find another charity, because there's certainly many out there. But yes, $20, Connor at sports1440.ca. Winner gets half the pot. The other half is going to go to a charity that we decide to pick up from.
Yeah, I missed out on this last year. I didn't have a team in. So I'm, and I need some redemption, because year one, I think I finished, if not dead last overall, very close. So I need some redemption here. Big redemption.
It's time. Saturday night, I traded Ladd for Chris Godwin. Good deal. Ladd's in my bad books. I didn't think that was possible. He dropped us like easy pass.
That's not Ladd-like.
First third down in the game. And that's when I was like, oh, this could go downhill. Then Jackson Dart just dices up our defense.
Did he?
For one drive.
One drive.
The next, it was like interceptions down inside the 5. When I had the Chargers defense, I'm like, just score.
I had to text you. I was asking, is Justin Herbert cooked?
Well,
but we should have.
Might be.
If we're a show and a collective that likes to look at non-football things and their impact on the game, I didn't see this. This was told to me that apparently Madison Beer is Jackson Dart's celebrity crush.
Oh, really?
So do you think he was like trying to rizz her up?
I don't know, man. I don't think he's got any riz.
Jackson Dart? Oh no, he's got some swag. He's got some aura.
He's from Utah, right?
Is he?
Well,
played in the South.
Did that change things for you?
A little bit.
His stupid eye paint.
Well, that's what I mean. Walker. Like even when he was the backup quarterback, he still was full geared up with the armbands and the bandana and the turtleneck and all this stuff. And I think as a backup quarterback, it's like, dude, you should have nothing on.
Yeah.
We can confirm he is from Utah.
He's Utah. Well,
all right.
He's got some swag, though. Went down to Ole Miss, went to the South.
Playing under Lane Kiffin. That automatically gets you swagged up.
Does it?
Big win for the Rebels.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Lane Kiffin a positive now? I'm old enough to remember Raiders Lane Kiffin. That's, I don't know.
Lane Kiffin's arc has been pretty wild.
He's kind of cool now. He's on Twitter.
He's very cool.
He's tweeting.
He's a man of the people.
Anyways, I honestly, you traded Ladd for Godwin. I think Godwin getting back is good. We just don't know how he's going to be from that injury. I will say
both playing in good offenses, but kind of crowded offenses, right? With 100%. with a lot of mouths to feed. And when both groups are healthy, the same can be said for both the Chargers and the Bucs, I think.
Yeah. And I think Ladd will bounce back. And it's just a bad game and terrible game for him. I'll hold nothing back. We'll take a break here.
Chargers suck.
Titan. $20 buy-in, Connor at sports1440.ca. Half the money to charity, half the money to the winner. And just put your email in the memo so I can send you the link. And then just Playbook Vic says, got to know the rules before the draft. Yeah.
Which he did.
He knew. So, yeah, made the wrong change. Came down to coaching at the end, managing. When we come back, we can look ahead to tonight's game. Get your text, 1-833-401-1440, and more. It is Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, streaming on Sports 1440, YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Some people wake up and get dressed for work in a suit and tie or a nice dress. At GS Construction, we're less fashion forward and more putting our best foot forward. We wear hard hats and steel toe boots, and most importantly, we wear 50 years of experience with pride. It's not glamorous, it's definitely not easy, but it matters. We do it well. So if you'd like to be part of something where your work matters, GS Construction is hiring. Just remember, when you come for an interview, ditch the tie. See more at gsconstruction.ca.
While the players gear up for the new season, make sure you gear up your snack game with Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Okay, this jumbo bag of beef jerky should last the preseason.
Whoa. Will Hawk has more than just beef jerky. There's smoked sausage and pepperoni products, too.
Well, how about we have jerky for Eastern opponents and pepperoni sticks when we face the Western teams?
Now, a Will Hockey game plan.
Will Hawk Beef Jerky, because you don't win games with salad. Only available in Leduc.
Japa Machinery Group knows that XCMG may not roll off the tongue, but Japa's team will help keep your construction jobs rolling on time and on budget with heavy equipment sales and rentals. Visit japamachinery.com to find out more.
Edmonton's only 24-hour-a-day sports radio station. Can be heard anytime, anywhere. Sports 1440 is streaming on your phone, your tablet, your computer. Download an app today and listen to Sports 1440.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the two best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
Coming up on Icy Road Drivers, Canadians face the repercussions of an early frost. Will this be a bump in the road, bring a stop to their journey? Or did they get an early reminder that it was time to beat the rush and schedule an expert service appointment at their local Toyota dealer? Because it's time to swap those tires, get that oil checked, and store those summer tires until warm days return. Book your appointment today and ready your Toyota for the road ahead.
You haven't set your lineup yet, right? It's Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:26. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, streaming on our YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram channels. I recommend YouTube, though, because we got the chat going. You can talk to Mr. Josh Fenwick, get his thoughts on the Green Bay Packers receiving corps helmets. I've heard some back and forth with those little Guardian caps, Duke, that they're not that impressive, but some people say it's 10%. I guess any amount is good, but they look funny. They are massive. They're differing from the norms.
They look silly.
You're out on them. Declan likes his safety, but
100%. And if any player that wants to wear them, I don't hold it against them a lick. The things what I just talked about, the Jackson Dart Madison beer connection, things outside of the actual game and ability that impact your decisions, whether it be starting your fantasy lineup or you're putting some money down. I don't hold the Guardian caps against players in any way like that, but they look silly.
They do look silly.
They look silly.
We'll get used to them maybe. Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky. You will not look silly if you go into Will Hawk and get a bag of beef jerky. You'll have people being silly with envy because you get to enjoy the sweet, sweet jerky down there. Only available in the Duke. Check them out, willhawkbeefjerky.com. Speaking of that, Trent, what are we feeling about the Green Bay Packers tying your Cowboys last night? Well, if you're Green Bay, there's no way I'm kicking a field goal at the end of that game. I'm going for the win. That was embarrassing.
It was terrible management, clock management. The fact that it came down to, they were lucky. Let's call a spade a spade. They were lucky they were even able to kick the field goal to tie the game. Terrible clock management. you should have had a couple more shots at the end zone. Instead, you like are thanking your lucky stars you even tied the game.
Yeah.
You lose to the Browns, you tie the Cowboys. Packers got to get some stuff figured out because they're better than that.
Micah Parsons.
Pretty quiet.
Chase down Dak at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But if the Dallas Cowboys don't put Ferguson on him, maybe he's blocked a little bit better. But yeah, I guess that was a big play. But kind of funny that after that trade, these two teams play. Cowboys still put up 40 points, and the two teams tie. And nobody wins.
You're the Packers. You come in, like you get the big acquisition before the season starts in Micah Parsons. You're vaulted to the top of a lot of people's lists for Super Bowl favorites. Certainly one of the best teams in the NFC. And you're going up against a historic rival that is without their best wide receiver, who is one of the best in all of football. And you cannot stop a nosebleed on defense. You put up points, but not when you need them the most. I would be pretty upset. I don't know about worried necessarily, but upset if I were a Packers fan. And this coming from somebody that I was playing hockey last night at 6:00, so I watch the second half of the game when we get back into the dressing room. And if I'm not watching the game, I usually won't bet on it or anything. I had no stake in the game. But watching that second half and overtime, all I could think was these are the Packers that I was like, man, these guys are going to win the Super Bowl.
Well, and you just think about it, they get the Bengals next week. So probably there's your survivor pick right there. Packers, they can't lose twice, right? They can't lose to the Browns and the Bengals. But I'm just curious now because they beat the Lions, but that was the first week of the Lions, new regime.
Coordinators,
figuring some things out. They'll play them again. You're going to get the Minnesota Vikings a couple times. Vikings have a pretty good offense if they can get it going. You're going to get the Bears again. I don't know what to come out on the Bears right now. But yeah, I think there's some serious questions for Green Bay. Okay, kind of gut check time here. Side note, the Chicago Bears. Did you see the fake flea flicker they ran?
Yeah.
That is amazing. I've never even thought about that.
That's Ben Johnson.
It was DeAndre Swift, right?
I think so, yeah.
So he pretends to pitch it back to Caleb Williams
and just turns
it upfield.
That's a bold play call after last week when they tried the flea flicker and DeAndre Swift had maybe the worst flea flicker toss back to his quarterback that's ever still been caught by said quarterback because it was not pretty. And the play still worked, but then this week they're like, oh yeah, let's run it back. That to me is Ben Johnson doing what Ben Johnson does.
Yeah.
Where he makes you into thinking what he's going to do. And then he flips it on its head.
Because how many teams, well, I guess it would have just been one team, the Raiders watching film, okay, guys, they've got this in their arsenal. They will
be ready.
They be ready for it. And then they see it. And as soon as you see him fake that toss back, linebackers, people, you're backpedaling,
you're
right?
automatically into, you go into protection mode and retreat. And all of a sudden that first level of your defense is very exposed. And people love to harp on DeAndre Swift. I think he's a good player. I mean, he's not CMC. He's not Bijan Robinson. But I find him as a very capable running back. And so far in the early going of fantasy season, he's not been blowing the doors off, but he's been very reliable, especially in PPR formats because of how much he catches the ball in the flat and on screens and things.
Yeah. And that whole offense, Rome Odunze has been really good.
To me right now, he is the team's WR1. DJ Moore is slid to second on the depth chart.
There's just more he can do. He's bigger, right? He can go up and
he's
with a football.
He's a top 10 pick, right?
Yeah, I think DJ Moore was still a second round pick. Maybe
a lot of years ago now already.
The guy's so old. No. He's got lots of ball left. But yeah, it's just I think he's made that jump. And just going through here, if I scroll down, if we're doing a PPR league and you're looking for, I think he's number 4, isn't he? 20th ranked back, DeAndre Swift. So not bad. Coming off a game where he had 16. This is in PPR. He's kind of just been up and down, but never terrible. Not bad enough to take him out of your lineup.
It's pretty reliable flex option is what I view him as. I have him in my dynasty league. I have since he was a rookie with the Lions. And it went from being touchdowns vultured from him by Jamal Williams to touchdowns being vultured from him by Jalen Hurts, and now playing behind a really bad offensive line in Chicago last season into the start of this one. He's a good player. And there's not really a lot of competition for him in that Chicago backfield. They drafted Kyle Monangai. They still have Roshan Johnson, who has barely seen the field so far this year. I know he's banged up a little bit.
People were kind of high on him last year.
Yeah, because he's a power back, right? So they thought using him in more goal line stuff, but the Bears seem to be pretty content rolling out what they have as is.
And so Christian McCaffrey is the top fantasy football back right now in PPR leagues. This guy has always been so good at getting touchdowns. Do you know who number 2 is off the top of your head?
I assume James Cook.
But like he was not taking...
and he's not like, listen, Jonathan Taylor's had a great start to the year and touchdown taken. Here you go. Dud of the week. Number 1, Adonai Mitchell. What a terrible day. What a terrible day. You cost your team the football game twice over.
Was he on the hold?
Yeah.
And then run the ball into the end zone.
Because Taylor did that last year, remember?
Yeah.
Dropping
We've seen it far too many times.
It's insane that it exists ever. But yeah, he drops it ahead of the goal line and then pulls a touchdown back off the board with a holding call.
One hell of a run.
As a receiver.
I'm sorry. If you drop the ball before the end zone, I don't care. Like, it could be LT in 2005. You're on the bench.
You're done, buddy.
It's just so stupid.
You're done.
I hate it. But yeah, right now, James Cook just continually puts up points. JT 3rd, Bijan's 4th, Jahmyr Gibbs 5th. How about Javonte Williams, the 6th best fantasy football running back right now, ahead of Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving, Travis Etienne, and then Omari and Hampton rounding up the top 10.
And Hampton largely due to this week, in which I think he was the 3rd best fantasy player this week.
Well, 27.5 points in PPR, but the week before, 24.9. So he's coming off back-to-back pretty good weeks. Started off quite slow. Very slow.
Yeah.
And then making kind of mental mistakes.
Not much competition now.
No.
So
he's the guy now.
His to run with.
Gotta do it. Cam Scatabo, 16th.
Another guy that opportunity knocks and he answers the door, because Tyrone Tracy Jr., slow start to the year behind that Giants O-line. They were passing the ball pretty good, obviously, in that game against the Cowboys. But when they need it, like, plays hard. There's really not any other ways around it. Like, he's just plays hard, and that is going to get you some extra yardage and be a guy that coaching staff can count on to block or tout the rock itself. And now he does. Now Tracy's injured. He doesn't have any competition.
You said answer the door. And to answer the door, he does it with his head.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
He's... I hope maybe he needs one of the Guardian caps. He plays reckless.
Two Guardian caps on.
Blow it up. Blair says, sorry to interrupt your super important week, whatever it is in the NFL. Sarcasm, Blair. But can we talk about Kirk's huge weekend? Also, the Jays series, a best of 5 or best of 7? Well, first round is best of 5, right?
The wild card series is best of 3.
Then
the
5.
ALDS is best of 5.
And
CS and World
7.
Series are best of 7.
So best of 5 for their game. That will be next Saturday.
Start first pitch, Saturday.
Kirk was massive, man. And I feel like this kind of been the storyline for the Jays. Like it's who's been a consistent performer? Like
George
Springer, and then
he's like any base, like such a long season. Tell me a player that doesn't go through through slumps, and I'll point to a stretch in mid-July where they went on an 0 for 15 run or something. Like,
but point being, like, when someone needs to step up, someone's been stepping up.
It has just been one guy after the other, and it is sometimes the big names like Bichette and Guerrero at times, and George Springer is most likely the team's MVP if you were to actually try and quantify it. But Kirk, players off of the bench that you didn't like. If you said that these guys were regulars on the roster for a team that won the division back in April, you'd be laughed out of the room. Nathan Lucas, Davis Schneider's return to the majors in a big way and being a very reliable utility player. It's Arnie Clement, right? Like, he's played all over the diamond, had a great year with the bat, and he's a player that you have to have in your playoff lineup now, which, once again, if you were saying that back in March and April, you're probably like, probably bad year for the Jays.
And they could probably, make some plays, whether it's going to be the Red Sox or Yankees. And I can just imagine their fans like, who the heck is this guy?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? What's he doing?
It's been a really fun year of Blue Jays baseball. And I just hope that they could keep it going, because I love playoff baseball. It's just like something different about it after such a long season. Stadiums are packed. Everybody like on the edge of their seat. Like just when you're whether you're watching on TV or we had a text. I think it was HVAC Nick, maybe earlier this morning, said he's going to the games 1 and 2 this weekend. Unbelievable. So incredibly jealous. The Jays have not had very much success their last couple appearances in the playoffs and some wild card series. They got that first obstacle out of the way, getting the bye.
Yeah.
You get home seeding throughout the American League bracket. Just go win it all.
And here's the thing, Duke. Losing to Seattle is one thing. Potentially losing to Boston or New York would be crushing. You know how toxic social media is going to be, especially with the Red Sox Yankees meeting first. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be disgusting out there. But I can't wait for it. Playoff baseball truly is the best.
And some great pitching matchups here through the first couple of games of the wild card series too. Yankees Red Sox tomorrow is Max Fried versus Garrett Crochet. Excellent. I
hope they each pitch 9 innings.
That'd be awesome. And then when the Jays take the field on Saturday, I think it's not been formalized yet, but it's going to be either Kevin Gausman or Shane Bieber. I hope they pitch the whole complete game. Let's go do it.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Mind over matter.
It's incredibly hard.
We'll take a break. When we come back, more texts. You can text us 1-833-401-1440. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, get into the chat there. Sports 1440 AM is where you can find us on YouTube. It is Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Listen up, because you're not going to want to miss this. Right now is your chance to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Legacy Heating and Cooling is sounding the call. Don't struggle through winter with a furnace you can't trust. For maintenance before winter strikes, call Legacy. Call Legacy. For furnace tune-ups and repairs to give peace of mind. Call Legacy. Call Legacy. Or to scrap your old furnace for a brand new high-efficiency one. Call Legacy. Call Legacy. And with no payments, no interest for 1 year on your new furnace, it's gotta be Legacy Heating and Cooling.
At Fountain Tire, we're fluent in saving you money. Fluent? Yes, we've mastered the language of deals. Like right now, you can save up to 25% off select tires and up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires. Plus, $50 off $150 service when you buy those tires. All until October 18th.
I'm sorry, I don't speak deals.
Spend less, save more when you buy Round Black things from us.
Oh, got it.
Restrictions apply. Book your appointment online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
No fluff, no fillers, just pure entertainment. Sports 1440 brings the heat with bold opinions, big personalities, and Edmonton's fiercest fans. This is your turf. This is Edmonton's sports leader, Sports 1440.
Farm, ranch, acreage, or lake lot. They're here to help at Bashaw Concrete Products. Family owned and operated for 60 years. They continue to provide the best products and service, period. Call now for your free quote on the highest quality ready mix and gravel, a new septic tank, or an outhouse pad and tank, plus precast cattle water pads, garage sumps, and more. Call 780-372-3854 for prompt delivery. Bashaw Concrete Products, 780-372-3854. BashawConcrete.com. Backed by popular demand, Folsom Prison Revisited. The story of one of the greatest concerts in history returns to the Jubilee Auditorium. November 22nd. Step back in time before, during, and after this iconic Johnny Cash performance. Featuring Devin Brain from $1 Million Quartet and an all-star band. You'll relive an event that changed the life of Johnny Cash and changed music forever. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca and at the Jubilee box office. Brought to you by Stars and Stories Live.
The pedigree of a championship team is solid planning. Set yours with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Edmonton's only sports radio station. Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
.43, welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, streaming on Sports 1440 AM on YouTube, also Facebook, X, and Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning into the show today. Coming up next, immediately following us here on Fantasy Frenzy, will be the Lowdown with Low Tide. Big show, rumors coming up. They'll recap the Elks win, NFL, of course the NHL drawing closer. Rachel Dory will be by, talk some hockey. Looks like she got married.
She's got a new name because she got married this summer.
Rachel Krychak.
Nice.
So does she... Her Twitter handle is still Rachel Dory.
Maybe Rachel Krychak's not available.
Rachel Krychak. All right. Well, that's going to take some getting used to. Congratulations. Looks like they got married on a golf course. Looks very nice. I'm looking on Twitter. That's why I have that. Also, Jason Greger will be by at 1:20. Then Mama MMA. You can watch that wherever you're watching us or listen as well. Then from 2 till 6, it is the Jason Greger Show. How about this for a fun guest? If you're old enough to remember, a year and a half ago, we used to do a segment called Who Is It Wednesday, where we'd bring people in from all over the sporting world, different things. Today, someone who I deal with and Duke deals with, and a lot of people deal with, Jamie Cartmel, head of Oilers Communications, is going to be in studio for a couple segments to talk about, his job and what he does behind the scenes. Whenever there's a press release or you get an update from the Oilers about an injury, usually comes from him. So that's going to be cool to see. At 3:40, we'll be joined by Vanessa Hettinger from 01 Hockeyology. Talk a little bit about how your kids get improved and what's going on over at 01. I think she's in San Francisco. I thought I saw a post from her about a great night for taking a Giants game. So she'll be joining on stream. Cam Tate's 2-minute warning. Of course, Tater rolled by. We've got Kevin Woodley at 4:20. And then Mark Spector, plus working on someone from the Elks. We'll talk some Major League Baseball as well. So busy show today here. Busy day on every show, I guess. That's how it should be. So much going on. Text lines 1-833-401-1440. Let's dive back into the inbox for elksnation.ca. 2 weekly podcasts with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger. The most in-depth WE football coverage you're going to find out there. Check it out, elksnation.ca, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Yeg Moose had a partial quadfecta this weekend. Elks, Jays, Oilers. Does the Cowboys not getting curbed and pulling off a tie count?
Well, it would have if you had Cowboys +7.
Yeah. Or if you took a tie. They offer ties in the NFL. You don't see it very often.
Well, you'd have to find that as a prop.
Yeah. Sometimes for the whole week.
The odds would be crazy.
If you picked it in one game, that'd be massive.
We had a text earlier. I don't recall getting to it on the Carey Show. So I'll ask you this, Connor, while we're on this topic.
Let's do it.
Survivor pool.
Yeah.
This person had texted in saying he was in a standoff with somebody else about it, that by picking the Packers, you're out.
Yeah, obviously.
It's a tie is not a win.
Now, if you were in a loser pool where you'd pick the loser
and you'd picked either the Cowboys or the
think
Packers,
you would have an argument.
I think there's a stronger argument.
I think it'd be a pretty stronger. I didn't lose. You're right. You advance. But if it's a picking the winner, it's obvious you didn't win.
I think both. It's like both. You're out either way. It's a tie. It's not a. It's if there was a pick a tie pool, then that's the only pick a different game. Credit to the Cowboys last night. We talked about it with the Hot Man. They played a hard game.
What do you want, Josh? Sorry, I sounded rude there.
Yeah, you sounded so rude. That's unbelievable. I'm just trying to get in on the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
Fantasy Frenzy with Halley.
It's called
Douglas,
a survivor pool. You just have to make sure you pick someone that doesn't lose. Because if you lose, you're eliminated. I told Brandon a tie should be a push. And that you should just have to pick another game. That being said, there hasn't been a tie in the NFL since 2022. So kind of a long time. But then the question arises, what happens if it's the Monday Night Football game and there's a tie?
Exactly.
Just let them move on. Like,
no.
You survived. Your team didn't lose. You didn't win either.
Your
but
team
you
didn't
lose. But you didn't lose. That's the important part about a survivor pool is that you didn't lose.
The survivor pool is not picking not a loser. It's picking a winner. That's why as soon as you pick a team, you can't use them again. It's not once you pick a loser, you can't use them again. You can pick against the Saints every single week all year, with the exception of when they play the same team in divisional matchups.
That'd be
so.
A
as a result, you're picking winners. They did not win.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now, if it's a loser pool and you're picking
which
losers,
is the same concept,
but you pick a loser,
but you're picking a
then
loser.
I would say they didn't lose.
But you're picking someone to lose. And they didn't lose, so they don't meet that criteria either.
You're right too.
That's what I mean. Like I think there's a stronger argument there, but still not a good one.
I'm on Team Duke.
Personally, I think we should stay with the push.
No, I would be banning that person from my league for even
Josh,
saying that.
just hope that your Bengals suck tonight and be ready to move on.
Here's the thing, Josh. They're not going to tie the Broncos. Don't worry.
Well, they're definitely not going to tie the Broncos.
I might bet on that today. I might bet on a tie.
Jake Browning is going to throw
sprinkle
4 interceptions directly to Pat Surtain. They're going to be 4 perfect passes into Pat Surtain's hands.
Well, Quentin Johnson was cooking Surtain up, so I don't know about that. Just don't throw his way. That's the answer. You got T. Higgins. Throw to T. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
John G says a tie should eliminate you. By the way, would that kick anyone out of Survivor Pool? Then I'm more in favor of it. I don't know if anyone touched that game last night.
Nobody was on that game. The big thing yesterday was the Chargers, and one person had the Niners.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been fair, I suppose. Quick one for you guys. Tua or Fields tonight? Ugh.
I think I'm taking Tua.
But just to be different and make it tougher, I'll say Fields.
Even just to bet on tonight's Broncos-Bengals game to go to overtime is plus 1,100. So that's good. I'm still trying to find an actual thing where it says tie. Oh, tie. Plus 10,000.
Wow.
I'm betting it right now. I'm not going to bet very much.
It's so wild that, like, you know, the Cowboys probably should have scored the touchdown on that first drive, right?
Yeah. Like, you get the big play to take you down inside the 5.
Yeah. Like, they probably should have ended it right there. Kyle says, fellas, I am down 4 with Jamar, Sutton, and Ingram. Opponent has Chase, Brown, and Waddle. Do you think I get it done?
Unfortunately, Chase Brown has not been a very reliable fantasy running back here through 4 weeks.
That's good for Kyle.
Yeah, it is good for
I think Kyle, I think you're going to get it done.
Sutton, Jamar Chase. Yeah, I agree. You've got the extra body. You've got the best player, maybe the 2 best players in Cortland Sutton and Jamar Chase. I like your chances a lot.
In one of my leagues, I have a bit of a situation. This is probably my most important league where I'm 3-0 so far. It's J.K. Dobbins for me up against the Denver defense and Will Lutz. And I'm up by 14 already. Yahoo says I have a 72% chance to win. I need this one. I'm not doing good in one of our other leagues. CB Radio, we're okay.
We're at a decent spot heading into tonight.
I think a chance to go 3-1 on the season. But this is the top 2 scoring teams going head to head to my other league. It's called the HJ. Don't know what the title means for
Heritage Junior.
I think it's Halley
Junior.
I don't know. I've won it a few times. I went back to back once. I got so cocky and then I finished last.
In my neck of the woods, when you just say HJ, that refers to the Heritage Junior Hockey League, which is the Junior B League in Central. Well, more than Central Alberta, but
that could be it.
Yeah.
Team Duke. Playbook Vic says
he's on my side. Well, I don't see how you can't be on my side. I just laid out the reasoning and logic. It's the way to answer.
Someone tried to send me money. Mitch. Connor at sports1440.ca. Connor at sports1440.ca. Did I send you the wrong email? I don't think I sent you. Oh, I did. Sorry, Mitch.
Wow, Connor.
I'm trying to do a lot of things.
I hope Mitch didn't get a service fee for that. Otherwise, it's coming out of your
my paycheck.
Your fundraising efforts.
Yeah, that's fair. Got to send it back to him. Nobody's disagreed with my thing about just,
Like, I don't see a problem with it. The money's still going to the charity.
It's for the Canadian Cancer
I say
Society.
it's a good charity.
Yeah, I think so. No one's disagreed with it, so I might go with it. And then the other half will go to the eventual winner, which maybe will be the Duke this year.
God, I hope so.
You need it.
I need it bad.
You need it bad. Have you won anything
In my life?
in our fantasy pools?
No. This baseball was the closest I came after running roughshod over the league all year. Come up short in the playoffs. Choker. I did want to mention this to you, Connor, just because I know you're a big fan of his. Avid listener, friend of the show, no friend of mine, Bryce Cornelson.
Yeah.
Getting married this weekend.
This weekend?
Is Saturday.
Shout out Bryce.
But he's ran into some problems as he almost cut off his fingers with a skill saw yesterday.
Oof.
And so, as a married man,
need a little more skill, less saw, am I right?
Precisely. I said skill saw, more like kill saw. It's his left hand, left pinky, and ring finger that are.
He actually mangled it.
He was meeting a specialist this morning to see if he'd have to get surgery on his hand.
Gosh, okay.
There's like a fracture in the bone. I honestly didn't think the picture was that bad, relatively speaking. What do you have any advice that, let's just say, he can't get for during the ceremony, like his hand is too swollen or hurt or something to put the ring on?
So it's his ring finger.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think maybe you just go right hand for the day. Could you do that?
That would be funny.
Does it have any meaning? I don't know. Maybe, actually, here's what you do. Would it be swollen, you think?
By Saturday, maybe less so. Maybe depending if he has to get surgery or not.
Go on Amazon, buy these
rubber one
things, and get the biggest size you can get. And
just for the sake of the ceremony.
Just for the ceremony. Yeah. And then when it's all fixed, you fix your ring. But that's what I would do.
Good advice.
Or you get an elastic band and you paint it black, and then you just loop it over a few times.
I'm the officiant for the ceremony, so I'm hoping that something has to be done, something like out of the norm to make it work.
The jokes just write themselves.
Yeah,
eh?
sometimes
you're just going to be dropping that in there. $3 for canceling. So I'll get you that money back, Mitch. Take that out of mine. Also, I should say, Triple C Trucks put the ring just on the tip. There you go.
Just the tip.
The tip. I should tell you, just on the topic of like people, this week in fantasy football, I'm going to lose to the lead singer of the Stereos.
We still got to get him on the show. I'm a huge fan.
Just not this week. He'll talk too much trash.
Lead singer of the Stereos and Delta Sweet.
Delta Sweet. Absolutely.
How come he's never been in here to CFCW? I got to talk to JR.
Let's go talk to them before she leaves. Anywho, European culture says it goes in the right hand from Eddie. So there you go.
I'm sorry. Do we live in Europe?
We're not in Europe. Well, they just beat the U.S. So.
Yeah, they're taking our football. Now they're taking our ways of life.
We're done. For Fenwick, Wellness, Douglas, Halley. I'm going last names. It threw me off. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check the podcast. We'll be back on Wednesday. Tomorrow, go out and learn something. Let's get to a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
In the NFL, 2 Monday night matchups with the Jets heading down to take on the Dolphins, and the Bengals and Broncos go head-to-head in Denver. The Cleveland Browns have traded for offensive tackle Cam Robinson from the Texans to fill their need for offensive linemen, with DeJuan Jones out with injury. The Giants have confirmed that their star wide receiver Malik Neighbors will be out for the season with a torn ACL. In the CFL, the Calgary Stampeders have traded for Lorenzo Malden from the Red Blacks. Malden had 26 defensive tackles and 2 sacks through 14 games with Ottawa. In the NHL, the Flames and the Kraken hit the ice in Seattle. The Hurricanes go up against the Panthers. The Flyers head to Boston to take on the Bruins. And the Islanders and Rangers face off tonight as well. At the top of the hour, it's the Lowdown with Low Tide here on Sports 1440. And this has been your Sports 1440 update with